Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Hello.
And it's a challenge episode. So, you know what that means. Our resident challenge expert, Waleed. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, boys?
We are here, guys. As you can see in the title, this is the Challenge All-Stars 3. This was episode 5. We had a lot of things in this episode. We had the culmination of the West versus Yes feud. We had a little bit of a friendship sacrifice, someone actually putting their game in jeopardy to keep a real life relationship together. We'll get to that. We also had some really we had some adultery rumors. And that kind of leads into the thing that I'm leaving out, and I'm leaving it out because of all three of us. Our friend Waleed here is very upset about one specific aspect of this episode, and I figured I would let him lead off with his chief complaint.
Oh my God, yeah. So let me just start off with saying Beth, who was barely even here for an hour, had just the production of the show. They need to like ban her from any list of being on the show. Like even as a late fill-in, as a contestant from the start of the season, it doesn't matter. The same story with her every goddamn time. No one ever likes her. Everybody targets her from the get-go, trying to get her eliminated. You think she would have had enough by now. It's just infuriating. Not only the fact that like, you know, the rumors that she started about Janae and MJ, like that was completely uncalled for. Her saying like, I'm just trying to stir up some shit in the house. It's like, you do this every time and bite yourself in the ass. Like you're not good at starting shit and remaining in the game. Like you eventually get out. Either someone kicks you out or you quit. And this episode, it's like you talked all that shit, started that rumor, and the way that you quit in the elimination against Janae of all people, like it wasn't because you were afraid of heights. You were barely 2 feet off the ground during the challenge. It was not because she was afraid of heights. She quit because she was just sensitive to the fact that the other contestants were helping out Janae. It was mostly MJ, who's her partner. I don't know why you're being sensitive to that fact, but you gotta let like. Oh my God, just the way that she quit, it was so infuriating. It's like you just came on the show, you took someone else's place. I think the other contestants the other challengers probably had a big beef with that as well. Like, you know, she quit and she just came and took someone else's spot that could have had it. I don't know. It really infuriates me. TJ needs to have a complaint about that too. Never let Beth back on the show ever again. It's like ever.
Brian, what did you think about the kind of Beth and just the episode overall?
I mean, I agree with Waleed, everything he's saying. I these people that quit, minus Darrell, like you got to go. Like there's no reason. And I know I said this last week, Waleed, and you're like, well, they can't know about the challenge. Like they need to know not what the challenge is. This is the premise. Like it's going to be up in the heights. Like if you don't want to do it, we'll ask somebody else. Yeah. And that just we got to avoid this stuff. Like it's not fun. And like, do we think if she didn't quit, they would still be doing that challenge? The women. There was like no force in any of the punches thrown on that. At least like the Yes and West, there was some strategic strategy of
I think eventually it would have just had to have been over time, like attrition, you know what I mean?
Just fallen over.
It's not designed to be a fast challenge.
Yeah. The West and Yes one was that was good. That's the kind of stuff that I like. And it was classic. I know you lost your guy, Bill, but he was just acting out of character.
Yes. Literally, and that's what my thing I was going to kind of lead with too is like, I was sick of Yes. I told you guys as soon as episode 1 aired, I wish I could change my pick because what this white knighting bullshit about like honor and integrity in the challenge, dude, kick rocks, dude. Yeah. Like you're a great competitor. Like you're awesome. Like I picked you to win because I thought you were great. But God damn it, you're a cornball. Like, I was so happy that Wes, because I knew as soon as Wes was like, I'm gonna put myself in. I'm like,
yo, he's gonna win.
Oh, yes, dude.
I knew he was gonna win. I knew 100%, and I was rooting for Wes.
Like, I needed it because I didn't need him to be like good defeated evil, blah blah blah. And then with TJ telling him he's his favorite like person on the challenge, I was like, oh, come on, TJ. Like you
know what? It's not that I don't think that Yes isn't a good guy. Like I think Yes is a good guy, and I think he's a good competitor.
Yes,
but he's not that
preachy.
Like, yeah, it's like you're not that nice of a guy, and you're not that great of a competitor. And I'm happy he got humbled by Wes of all people who he doesn't like. And I was rooting for Wes the whole time. People don't like Wes because of how he carries himself in these challenges. I love Wes. I think he's great for TV. You need
I agree.
He's amazing for TV.
I completely agree with that. For Brad, he put himself in for Brad like that. Like I that's happened maybe a handful of times ever on the show, and like he's like, Screw it, dude. I don't want to lose my friend over this. But that's kind of my complaint. Like Brad is always a little extra to me. He's
too emotional.
He's so like takes everything's. He's like what like Tori does now, where it's like remember like threatening like the relationship with Devin over like I think it's like that's what I always feel like every interaction Brad has is always like.
Yeah, he's a hardo.
And dude, and also like I'm sorry, like I don't. This is gonna be one of the most dick things. I like. I don't. Sorry, you lost your job. Like, then why are you on the? Is that what you're gonna do? You lose your job, so you take a shot on the challenge. Like, hope you get a lot big guarantee because then maybe you should just work.
Like I like Brad a lot too. Watching him for years, but I don't know. Personally, I think it was a mistake on his part to 2 weeks in a row he had to sabotage. He gave it the first time to MJ. The second time, if you want to play a smart game, don't give it to MJ again. Like he could have given it to Yes. Right. Sabotage the second time. Like, Yes is not exactly friends with your boy Wes. Like, give it to Yes. At least it's not looking like, hey, you have one guy in mind that you're trying to get out. Because after that, it's like MJ was targeting Brad. If they picked MJ to go into elimination, MJ would have for sure called out Brad. So like Brad was getting a little emotional, like, yeah, but like I'm probably gonna get thrown in and stuff. And then Wes had to sacrifice himself to go in there. It's like Brad, but if you don't want someone to target you, don't make it obvious that you're targeting them.
Yeah, I don't think Wes really he sacrificed himself, but it was like a long play.
Yeah, and honestly, I knew Wes was going to pick Yes. I was like, he's not picking. I was like, he wants Yes out of this game so bad. So,
do we like the changes?
Oh, the authority being two people, definitely.
I love.
I don't like when multiple people are safe. I don't like that. I want everyone. If you don't win the challenge, you're not safe.
Yeah, the authority was 3 women, 3 guys. I was like, that's way too much.
There's so many people.
I was like, one winner. The people, the girl and guy who win, they're the ones with the power.
I said that early on, like that episode 1 and 2 review. I'm pretty sure we were like, they definitely gonna have to make this smaller.
Yeah, it won't last forever. And just the idea that, or the fact that the people being like sent in, they can pick their own opponent. It's just now everyone's gonna be super paranoid. These like people that have been skating by. See it.
Well, there's no partnering up now in the challenges as much because you can't there's nothing this person can do for you. It's just, if you have it's someone from the other side is going to pick you. Like it's just you have your alliances and you just know that means you're facing one of those like 2 to 4 people. But like now they kind of screwed themselves because there's the treehouse, but the people not in the treehouse, like if you're guys like Jordan and MJ, like, all right, good luck, have fun with that.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
Like, on the girls, like you still have Kellyanne. Like Kellyanne's the last one now. I mean, I don't think she's gonna be a pushover in an elimination.
No. Kellyanne was always a good competitor. She's just not good at the social game. She has like one friend every year.
Yep. And they've all gone home every week. It was Kendall, and now it was Beth this week temporarily.
Exactly. Yeah, they always do.
I think you're almost guaranteed if you get a Kellyanne next week, it's going to be like she's going to go for like a Sylvia.
Yeah,
and listen, you can't sleep on Sylvia. She's played well this season.
Yeah,
I'm not ready to say that.
No. Listen, I mean, again, I'm not up here like saying she's like murdering things, but she's kind of Marianning this season. If you want to do a little Survivor reference, I mean, she's not sucking. She's not coming in last, and she's mostly up there. I mean, again, I know maybe she wasn't getting targeted right away on the ring thing, but like, I don't know. There's something to be said for not being targeted by people, and that ends up leading to a win for you. That wasn't like a plan. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would first one-on-one. I think she goes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that's
I
happening.
think she's got like no grit.
They had a physical challenge kind of this past week, though. So next week could be a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I didn't look at the preview or anything like that to see that. But overall, I mean, this season is, I think, a lot better. Just even the fact in the social game aspect, it is less about like the palace / treehouse. The treehouse thing exists, but it's not overwhelming, getting beat over the head with it. It's common sense. It just so happens that they name the alliance, which they normally wouldn't do. I'm curious to see if Wes is their sacrificial lamb, though, still within that group, even though he just made a big move. I know Brad's got his back, but did the other half have his back?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically, Brad, Wes, and Nehemiah, I feel like those 3 will have each other's back. I feel like
Derek, right?
Well, Derek's kind of like boys with everyone. I feel almost like he was always close with Mark.
He hasn't been on the show that much.
Yeah,
Derek and Brad is kind of
coasting.
Derek and Brad are close. And then it's Nehemiah and Wes are supposed to be close, but they said they really weren't talking about it. I'm just not sure if that still applies, if they're going to readdress that, because they brought that up early in the season.
Yeah,
But
I think they're purposely not talking to each other on.
Yeah.
But deep down they're still close friends. They always have been. So,
but this is what I'm saying. Like, does anyone in that alliance really want to go against Jordan or go against MJ? Would they rather take their shot against like Wes within or Nehemiah within, hypothetically? What do you guys think? Or are they?
Is MJ that big of a threat?
he's not. I never thought he was.
I
they're
would
treating
say
him as such.
Yeah, I think just because he won, I would go MJ over Jordan any day of the week.
Honestly,
You
MJ
do
annoys
not
me.
take Jordan and
Yeah.
you're an idiot. if you take
Fuck
Jordan.
no.
The thing with MJ that annoys me is like he's always been like he's a good competitor, but he always, even when he gets called up for elimination, when they ask him like who do you want to go against, he always picks like the weakest person in the house. Like
Yeah.
one of the weakest competitors. He'll never pick a Jordan. He'll never pick a Mark. He'll
Well,
never
we'll see what the stars if the stars matter.
Yeah, when the stars actually come to play, that would make sense. But I did think it was smart of MJ to be like, fine, put me in, just let you know, like I'm taking Brad in. So let him know, let your alliance know. And
Yeah.
he saved himself by doing that, which was crazy. I
Yeah.
mean, they were just Brad didn't want to go in. And so West was like, fine, I'm gonna take my personal vendetta and
Yeah.
take this shit down. But
Exactly.
like, I mean, he did duck it. I mean, Brad did duck the elimination. MJ wasn't ducking shit, but it was a great move. I think he psyched. I mean,
I mean,
literally psyched him out.
at some point, it's good to go into at least one elimination just to like, compete and prove to everyone else that you are a threat and make them second guess about calling you into the future. So Wes was like, hey, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to beat this, wimp that everyone thinks is like such a tough competitor. He's not, and he proved it. I mean, and honestly, the way that was going, you saw Wes was going. I mean, yes, what was he doing when he was up there? Like breathing heavy, yelling on the other side. Like
why? What is that now?
Yeah.
It worked for Jordan last week, but what's up with the shit talk that's been happening in these in these
I
eliminations?
don't know. I didn't get it either. Well, he's like, Wes is like dead silent on the other side. He's like, I have no idea if he's tired or anything. I'm like, that's the point. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Wes made a good point too. He's like, yeah, when he yells, I know where his face is.
Yep. Just dumb. You'd think that Yes would be smarter than that.
Yeah, and I think he usually is. I think if he let emotion get to him in this season, you could tell him going against Wes, a guy that obviously got under his skin from the
I
start.
just hated him.
He didn't like Wes at all. It's like that's how Wes beats everyone. He gets under their skin and they overanalyze the elimination way too much, and that's what happened. Wes was just calm, cool, collected, and he's got all the experience, and it showed.
Yep. Kudos to Wes, another elimination win. I mean, that's what he does. It's great. I'm glad he's still in the game. More Wes is better for us. Great. I think overall, besides the Beth stuff, but at least the one silver lining is that it burned out quick. We're not dealing with this for more than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So she's gone. Listen, she got an elimination win, so you can't say it was complete wash, but like I agree with both of you. We could have gotten someone much better.
But at the end, she also said that she was planning on coming back with a
screw that. No. I agree. Screw that.
They're gonna bring her back.
No,
like,
of course they're going to. I just
probably, but oh my god, I hope they get
thinking
it.
that she should be suspended for a few years.
They want drama.
Yeah, I
If
know.
she's gonna start drama about calling other people in an affair, they're bringing her back.
Yeah, they're gonna get it just for that payback early. She'll probably get eliminated. In
God, can you imagine if she went on the CBS challenge? All these other people that don't watch the show would be like, "What a terrible person she is."
Well, because she is.
Yeah, well, right, but we know what she think. They would just be blown away by what she just said. I think.
Oh no, they couldn't handle.
They would
any
be
level
blown
drama
away
on the CBS one. I'm very interested to see the
Yeah,
difference.
I'm really interested in seeing that too. I'm excited for it. Kind of.
So what Brian's talking about, that's going to be the CBS version of the challenge that's going to start, I believe it's July 6th or July 8th. That's going to premiere the same night as Big Brother. So we're going to check both of those out in the channel. So first week in July there, second week in July, that is when The Bachelorette comes back. So that's obviously going to be really big for the channel. We'll do our preview special and predictions per usual, and then we'll do our weekly coverage. That'll flow into Bachelor in Paradise, which is confirmed for September. Also on the channel this week, we've just posted the finale review of The Courtship. We did see an update on Miss Remy's Instagram. What happened? I'm not going to spoil it here, but everyone should check out Miss Remy's Instagram. She's like a 3-minute video and updated her status with the winner. A little juicy. Also, we are finishing up our retro reviews of The Amazing Race Season 1. We have 2 more episodes to record, the final 4, and then the finale, which is the final 3 teams. And then there is going to be a reunion special we're setting up of a Where Are They Now? Hopefully getting some cast members from season 1, which was crazy. I mean, it's over 20 years ago, but be awesome to get some of that interaction. But regardless, we're going to look into where they stand present day, what they were up to in between, and be cool. Be kind of a little high school reunion. They never did season reunions back then, so maybe it's something we can get started with some old shows and get some people back together to do a pseudo Zoom reunion. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I agree.
But for myself, Brian, Waleed, thank you. Peace.